Siglar, former offensive lineman for the San Francisco 49ers, that's the World Championship San Francisco 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs, and the New Orleans Saints. You might have saw my video about the bands a little bit, just talking about them and the benefits. Today I've decided to strap them on and give some demonstrations of how these will help improve offensive linemen for you coaches. So we're going to start with just some basic movements. These will just be very basic, and I'm just going to walk through them. Don't expect much, but I think you'll gauge and see the benefits of what these bands can do for you. So the first thing we're going to do is, from your stationary position, where you platform your base, where you start your stance off, about feet width apart, come down, good balanced stance, feet out, feet down. What these bands will do is help first step. These will build first step. Now I'm taking an exaggerated step simply because I just want to show how you can build power. Now we don't want to take long steps when we're blocking, they're shorter, but you can see the progression of the step here and how these bands will build these core muscles to help your players be more explosive coming off the ball and engaging the defensive defender. So we could do just some simple exercises, almost like a lunge, but it's more of a walk type of style. Good knee bend, just kind of simulating coming out of your stance and taking those first steps. Remember, these are exaggerated steps. Okay, I just showed you the basic, kind of just simulating coming off the ball, the exaggerated steps. You can also do these for angle blocks. If I'm a tackle or even a guard and I'm blocking down or combo blocking, taking that first step, which is imperative to getting the proper angle, proper step. Bring your foot with you. Could be blocking a backside linebacker. Just kind of exaggerated movements. For guards, it could be an onside pulling play. You could be lead blocking. Stepping out. Now you want to have a little more exaggerated open step because maybe you're going around a tackle. Coming out here, come around that corner, looking for a safety or a corner or somebody that's coming out, picking them up. And going down the opposite way could be a trap play. Down, really opening up, working that inside out angle, trapping the guy inside out. This is so important. A lot of linemen, if you want to develop great athleticism and balance so that when you're trapping and pulling, the defenders don't know, because you don't have to cheat and adjust your stance and cheat back a little bit. You want to keep them off balance on offense. You never want them to know what you're doing. So what you really want to work on, and these will help you. This will help that power. When you trap or you pull, just depending on which way, we're going to the left here, this leg, your right leg, is your power, your propulsion leg. This is the leg that's going to allow you to push off and gain ground. The problem is, a lot of guys don't take the proper step with this leg. What I teach is, when you're down here, you get ready to trap, you take this arm and you throw it to get your body open. Now you're parallel down the line and you can move this way. A lot of guys step under themselves, take false steps. Some guys even kind of shuffle step when they trap, they pull the trap. That's a disaster. It's real simple. Put these bands on, just from this position, 2-point stance position. Just work that. Stand low, you don't want to come up high. You want to stay down here and turn. Just like that. Boom. Now just a few things about trapping. I asked my Mr. McQueen operating the camera about what to look for. Every system's different. You have different responsibilities. But what it all boils down to is athleticism, being an athlete. Don't be so programmed to say, I've got one guy, it's going to change. So what he wanted me to show you is, as you open up the pull and your trap, you've got your eyes down the line of scrimmage. Now, if your trap rules say you trap the first down lineman past the center, and you're pulling from a guard position, and that down lineman is, say, head up on that guard, it's going to be what we call a short trap. So you have to think, it's not a very long way to go. This guy is right on top of my guard. So I want to come out, boom, remember, good steps. I want to take an inside out motion because the back is coming off my hip. You want your head to be on this side of him because the hole is here. So you want to knock him this way. It's okay if he runs upfield around you because there's a hole. You just don't want him to beat you underneath and be inside the hole. So you want your head coming down the line. You've located your guy. That guard is maybe stepped down to block with the center up for the linebacker. He's standing there, he's not sure what to do because his guy disappeared. You've got the perfect inside-out angle. Get your body on him, you just drive through, and they'll create a seam. It's a quick play, quick hitting. You don't have to sustain your block for a long time. Now, there's other traps that are longer traps. Say you're trapping the guy over the left tackle. It's a little bit of a longer pull. You have to, good pull step, get your eyes where you're supposed to be, locate your target, and track him down. Defense could do a lot of different things. They could run stunts and twists. That guy goes out and see a linebacker appears. You've got to be able to see him and make the adjustment to block the linebacker. This is being an athlete. That takes time and practice. So remember, we worked on a couple of things so far. Coming out of your stance, just 2-point with just straight ahead, coming out for simulating drive blocking, but just exaggerated steps to build power in the core. We worked on different angles for maybe combo block or your back cutting off the backside linebacker. We worked on pulling, being a leading guard or leading blocker on the outside, which means a little bit deeper pull, opening up that body. Remember, first thing you want to do is locate your area and your target as you're running around. Just remember, boom, one arm. Boom! What the heck happened? Well, you just dropped your back in the backfield. Now they start learning. As soon as I come out, I got to be looking. I kind of look. This guy's coming, now I got to adjust and I block him.
Ricky's saying that somebody comes over here, these players can swim right by him. Keeps that on top.
Now here's what I want you to teach your linebackers. I played against Junior Seau. I played against some of the best linebackers in the game. And I had a great offensive line coach named Alex Gibbs. He's about this tall, got an athletic bone in his body. But Alex was a great coach. He used to always tell us that the great linebackers always run underneath, not always over the top. A lot of times we'd have a combo block. Me and the guard we'd have what we call a deuce block for the backside linebacker, who in some cases would be Junior Seau. And the way we would train is I take my good step, he posts up, we drive, nobody comes off until that linebacker shows. If he comes over the top, when he gets there, I come off. He comes underneath, I take over the block, and the guard comes off. So you have to be able to keep your eyes on who you're blocking, two guys, while staying in your football positions, being low, and recognizing what the defense is doing. The one thing that we did learn, especially against real athletic guys like Junior Seau who can run fast and smart, is when we do this block, very rarely would Junior come over the top. He would come back behind the scene because he was fast enough and catch a lot of plays that way. So we would game plan for a guy like Junior Seau because he was so disruptive. So now we come in and say 9 times out of 10, that guard's going to come off and pick up the backside backer. The tackle's got to be prepared to take the down lineman. So we would adjust our blocking accordingly. It's a game plan situation, but good linebackers that have speed, if they're able to recognize quick enough, will make a lot more plays that way. Some get caught out of position, it's over, but those are just a few little nuances.